So now we're up to the second section of this book, catching. You see, differs from the first section. We've now got free verse as opposed to the sections that are narrated by Beth, where we have them written in prose. We now come across to the sections that are written by, from Catching's perspective, are written in free verse. Again, there's 3 sections to this chapter. First one is called The Sunset. We're on top of a rocky hill. Mum's hair is redder than the setting sun. I told you not to trust a colour called Scarlet Dream, I say. She grins. How do you feel, Izzy? Cold. Mum's knitting is as bad as her hair dye. My jumper's long, but it's not warm. She puts her jacket over my shoulders. Now, warmer. Calmer? I nod. Calmer. More than back home, where people are mean, unfair, and I'm angry. I'm not good with anger. It lights my blood like flames. I become fire. But on this road trip, Mum's taught me words that control fire. The names of the Catching women from my great-great-grandma onwards. Granny Trudy Catching, Nana Sadie Catching, Grandma Leslie Catching, Mum, me. I don't say their names aloud. Our family don't speak the names of the dead. So I say them in my mind, and in my heart I can breathe. I always knew Catching women were strong, but I didn't know what they'd been through. Not everything. Not until Mum told me on this trip. Catching women are fighters, Mum says. We've had to be to survive. And all the strengths of the Catching women flow down the family line and into you, Izzy. I bury my face in her jacket. She smiles. The sky rumbles. Her smile dies. It's not supposed to rain today. We need to go. We climb down the rocky hill, race to the car. The land here is flat. It floods when it rains. Mum starts the car. Seatbelt. Rain falls. We bump over rough ground, back to the road. Lightning flashes. Thunder roars. The rain falls harder. The windscreen wipers can't keep up. Mum turns on the headlights, but it's useless. The storm swallows everything we can't see. The highway. Where is it? A wall of water smashes into the car, the river. My head slams against the window. My eyes close. Time passes. My eyes open. Someone's shouting, Mum. She's tugging at my seatbelt, trying to get it undone. She's reaching around a tree to do it. There's a tree growing in the car. Weird. Not weird. It's a branch. The front window is shattered. Water pours in. Mum shouts again. I can't understand her. The water is up to my chest, my neck, my chin. Mum's eyes meet mine. Her lips move. One last word. Water swallows me whole. The seatbelt clicks. The current sweeps me away. Mum! My head spins. My arms and legs won't work. I'm going to die. All the strengths of the Catching women flow down the family line and into you. That matters. Nana Sadie. There's something about her I've got to remember. My lungs scream for air. I'm lost in the dark of the water. No up and no down. Words shine in the dark beneath my feet. They speak in Mum's voice. When your Nana was little, the government took her away from her mum. They had a law back then that let them take Aboriginal kids just because they were Aboriginal. Her voice wouldn't lead me wrong. Down is up. I turn in the water. I follow the words. They stuck her on a ship. She was going to a bad place, but the government people didn't know about your Nana's strength with water. She was born in a big storm, and when she cried for the first time, a sound like thunder came out her mouth. My mouth opens. It wants air. It fills with water. I'm choking. I roar. Sound like thunder pushes the water out. She jumped off that ship into the waves and swam. First through the sea until she reached the shore, then through one river after another, all the way back to her mum. Your Nana could swim like a fish. My legs move. I kick once, twice, again. I swim like a fish. I swim like my Nana. I burst through the surface. Breath heaves in, out. It burns. I keep gulping air. Rain still falls. I'm being dragged by the current. My arm hits something. A tree? I grab hold, not a tree. A root attached to a tree on the riverbank. I claw my way up. Lightning tears the sky. There's a shape lying on the shore. Mum! I stagger over. The lightning fades. I reach her in the dark, drop to my knees. Mum, wake up. Lightning flashes. Mum's eyes are open, staring, but not seeing. I press my finger to her neck, no pulse. She's dead.